I'm playing the voice notes, which I've got on file, so I'm not one-sided at all. But you haven't even given me a chance to go through all the videos. You've just jumped down my throat for no reason.
I didn't jump down your throat.
Well, not you. Well, EQ Minx did.
All I said was listen to it first and then make a...
Hi, Ange, what's going on?
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, and you know what? I will play that. I will do that. No, Court Assassin, we were talking about last night.
Well, that's all.
AJ.
That's all. I'll drop now. Right. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do. So you've got a good judgment.
We're talking about last night, the AJ's exposure, and why you've got Colt in your name.
Oh, so I got Colt in my name because I had Queen C. I changed it to Queen CA, but I didn't like it, so I asked all my viewers what I should change it to, and they came out with that. It wasn't anything to do with you. Yeah. Have you got...
There's only one Colt, guys, and that's us.
Well...
There's only one Colt.
Wait, you haven't got it in your name. Look, you're called Delusive Angie, 25.
It's Delusive Angie, cult leader, actually.
Well, it wasn't anything to do with you, Angie. It wasn't... I didn't even know that, to be fair. You know I don't watch your lives.
Viewers are saying, call yourself the cult, call yourself the cult. Anyway, Court Assassin, we've played the videos, and I think you're wrong, and so get out. Right. Out. Right, now let's get back to the EQ. Yeah, any woman, and I do believe AJ, I've not seen the receipts, Court Assassin, I do go by receipts, but I believe AJ, I do believe that you've accused men of, as a man of rape, and I think it's disgusting. You're not welcome on my platform again. Right. Okay, so this is the first video I've just played, right? Okay, with EQ saying, telling rickstaa about his child, right? Making an accusation about his child, which no one should be talking about children. No one, okay? But then EQ Minx jumped up without listening to all the videos I've got here and has made accusations and said, I'm one-sided, I'm biased, listen to what he said about her, blah, blah, blah. And I asked her, send them to me. And if you can send it to me to Delusive Angie 25, because I'm on my tablet, it's the only account I've got on here. I don't have any other account here on here. So if you are listening, EQ Minx, send it to Delusive Angie 25. If you don't send them and I play what I get, don't jump down my throat again. Right. Right, what's next? Okay, so what are we going to play next? Wait a minute. EQ plays the voice notes. What?
I've got away.
Right, I'm talking about what she said about the children first. His and Talia's children, and then I'll play the voice notes.
He lies while talking himself, everyone. I literally could show you them. But I won't, obviously, because then I'll get in trouble. But I've got literally everything. And it was constant, all these, hello all, the final transfer of funds should have cleared tonight, and my colleagues at Opus have confirmed this is still not the case. We have spoken to secondary buyers. Like, I was getting all these emails to draw me into the fact that he didn't have no money, you know what I mean? So that's why I started helping him. And he makes out like it was something.
Just going to go to the next one.
Not me. Morning, noon and night. So Talia Dean from the X Factor, everybody SAs her own children. On a nightly basis, and I'm going to say it every single night because you won't shut up chatting. It's a bit weird. I will lower myself, it's the only way. Where's it got me for 2 years not? Fighting fire with fire, they still sit there and say it. Nobody breathes a word on this app. You don't get misread being outraged, Luke the Judge, anybody, so nobody's going to be outraged at me because they'd be hypocrites, so I say it every single day. Talia Dean creeps into beds with their children at night and essays them. But we thought... Spread it far and wide, everybody. Talia Dean creeps into beds with their children at night and essays.
Sorry, guys. It is a trigger.
Then rickstaa gets it.
Sorry, guys. It is a trigger.
Afterwards.
Whatever.
They take turns apiece on them.
So what?
What can anyone on this app say to me when they don't say nothing when these people are saying it every single night? So it'll be interesting to see, won't it?
Well, there
can't be any outrage because they...
Well, I'd like to know what rickstaa and Talia has said for that reaction, because no one, I assume they've spoke on some, a child. Because regardless, there's a difference between talking. So if someone spoke on me, that's me. I'm an adult. Yeah? I'm not going to talk on their children. You can speak on me. I'm going to go back at you as an adult, not your children. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm going to see what EQ Minx said, that because she said she sent me a video. I'm going to go play these voice notes in a minute. No, EQ Minx, you haven't sent me anything. So don't sit there and say and complain that I'm one-sided when you've not sent me anything. You can't be one-sided. Children are just out. You should never ever talk about children in a sexual nature ever. Wait a minute. Let me just check. I do have some other videos. I don't know who it's from though. Okay, no, nothing from EQ Minx. It's on the Observer. Okay, let me have a look on the Observer then. What's her actual username? No, nothing excuses saying that, Ange. I know. I totally agree with you. But, you know, I want to see what Rickstaa and Talia said then. Cause everything. Observer. Is it under this one? Oh, guys, just someone send me it because I can't find it. No, I'm not going on YouTube, so if I don't find it, I don't find it. Just said Delusive Angie 25. If you've got any videos, please just tag me in on that. I'm not going to go on YouTube. Right. Okay, let's go into these voice notes. Even the life that you have. Okay.
And that's the God's honest truth.
I ride it scream step. Remember that mob?
So EQ plays her and Rickstaa's voice notes.
So have a good day and try to smile.
Guys, I don't need to show you, do I? It's just voice notes.
And just remember, I love you, girl. Chelsea.
Guys, well, one sec. Any videos that you've got that EQ was talking about, can you send them to me, please?
When you are, and if that's what you feel about me, then that's how you've got to do it, and that's fine. I'll just ask you just not to say anything on live to your people. Just turn around and say, listen, it's over between me and Ricky, and that's it. And that's it. You don't have to go into detail. You don't have to say anything.
Delusive Angie 20. No, wait a minute. Is it 25? Yeah, Delusive Angie 25. You've got to send it on that one, okay?
Not if you want to. I'd rather you not, but it's your prerogative to do so. But nothing's going to come out of my mouth. I'll just say that me and Chelsea are not anymore. And that's it. What I'll let you say first. Morning. Listen, obviously this is really important for yourself and for me. How do you want me to address this to people? Because everyone's going to ask you questions, etc. I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say about the situation? Do you know what I mean? Because, we're not spring chickens, we're not little kids. You know what I mean? We don't want to argue. I'm not going to be little. You will say bad things about it, but it's not me, and I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I've got more respect for you than that. So what do you want me to say? Because I don't want to say something that you get a rage about and start going, oh, and then, you're kicking off on your live and slandering me and slagging me up. It is what it is, okay? That's not a problem. You just be angry and continue to do. Head, shoulders, Chelsea's toes, Chelsea's toes. Head, shoulders, Chelsea's toes, Chelsea's toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, Chelsea's toes, Chelsea's toes. Don't you want to watch a film? Even though you don't have nothing to do with me for now. You can watch a film, can't we? Never answered the phone. I did see ring because at this time of the night you've had a sniff, you got to the point where you get the angry nights, you always get angry about this time, and you're about to kick off and say something about something, saying, something just come into your head.
The person who just said, sorry, you have to go through that. I go through it every day. You've witnessed me being domestically abused every single day. Every day on this app. Every single day. So it's like, imagine someone of your abusers coming, so I can't get away from this man. It's constant all the time. And this is only 21 minutes of the whole thing. I've got everything, you know what I mean? So there's no lying.
And you're about to go, right, do you know what I mean? And I can't be bothered, to be honest to God. Ain't had much sleep, got to be up early in the morning. Fingers crossed. And then I just don't want to, but if you would have literally got a phone to be lovely to me and talk, I would have answered, but I know that you're not going to, you're going to say something nasty. And I just really don't want you to be nasty, honest to God. You've been nasty to me for days, you know what I mean? And I'm on the verge of sorting my shit. I just want to try and be as much peace as I can. Life's too short, and I just can't be doing all the drama, honest to God. You know what I mean? I know what I've got to sort out, and that's it. I know what I've got to do, so... Yeah, man. Still on a hard time. I thought I'd tell you, because I know that you care, and that my mum was rushed into hospital an hour ago. She's not in a good way. I can't breathe or nothing. My stepdad's up there with her now. She's on the way up. I'm getting ready to go there now, so I'm going to find out what the fuck's going on. She's really ill, so... Yeah, she's called you, I just want to let you know. Right, I'll sort it out. I know you like this, so... I just want to make sure everyone's alright. I mean, it might took no notice, man, because I know what the crack is doing with it.
Okay, so this is his brother. So this just shows he sent me a message that his brother had sent him regarding all this business stuff, and I've got all the emails, everyone that he was sending me every day to get me in the hook, line and sinker, so that I thought he was failing in this business, and look, here's all the emails. Dear all, our custodian bank are still waiting to receive registry documents which allows them to complete transfers. We were assured that this will be received on Tuesday, allowing transfers today. The registry we're contacting, they confirm certification is in progress, and this will be with our custodian bank today. I've got all of these. The next day, there's more. Look, I don't know, I've got pictures of it and everything. I've got where he's watching me live while talking to himself, everyone. I've literally...
Trigger warning.
But I won't obviously because I might get in trouble, but I've got literally everything, and it was constant, all these, hello all, the final transfer of funds should have cleared tonight, and my colleagues at Opus have confirmed this is still not the case. We have spoken to secondary buyers. Like, I was getting all these emails to draw me into the fact that he didn't have no money, you know what I mean? So that's why I started helping him, and he makes out like it was some business thing, you know what I mean, when it was.
People just be drawn out to the last hour.
And you know, when he was saying a moment ago, well, whatever you're going to say, because that was when I had an argument with him, so I went live then, if you remember, and I said, oh, no, we're not ready together, blah, blah, blah. And that's the clip he uses all the time, but I've got everything, that's only 21 minutes.
Only Monday next week.
Stop lying about me. You are a domestic abuser. You've abused me for 4 years now. You know what I mean? It's never ending, so... I'm just going to release everything. You're a liar. You've lied about me for years, told everybody that I'm a liar. You've continued to abuse me. You've continued to cycle of abuse because you know that I'm on a public platform, so you offer yourself up on this public platform to criticise me, to say bad things about me, to call me a child abuser and things like that. So, and he goes, why didn't you go to the police? I would be too frightened to go to the police in case I didn't get believed, and I think every victim, you know, and that's why one day I'm hoping every woman that he's done this to, that we can all do it together maybe, you know what I mean? But, you know, the way he invalidates everything and how he makes everybody believe certain things and everything, you know, it was because then if he got some type of NSA, it'd be, oh, look, you know, so it's very frightening to have to do anything like that, you know what I mean? Look what he says about me. I could literally go, but I'd have no faith in.
God, might even be tomorrow, but... I just wanted to make sure everyone was alright. I mean, it might took no notice, man, because I know what the crack is in, and it will just be drawn out to the last hour. It's going to be Monday next week, or the beginning of next week, the end of this week, if it goes. Might even be tomorrow, but I leave that to you to sort out. Look, I can't stress myself out about it anymore. Do you know what I mean? So I know it's been doing my nothing, but it's, I can't let it ruin my life. Look, it's fucking all the be all and end all with it all. Do you know what I mean? I've just fucking, I've got to crack on. Let's get myself busy with the kids constantly pondering about. Don't think as soon as the kids are out, go to bed at that, sit here all night, thinking about, look, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, always check my phone, like.
Right, where's the other voice note?
Morning, noon and night. So
Let me see if anyone's messaged me. Still no message. You sent it the right, taking me to the right place, guys. Delusive Angie 25. Oh, wait a minute, I do. This is part 5. Is it part 4?
How dare you do that?
Part 3. Where's part 1, for God's sake? Bloody hell. Thank you for the messages, guys.
How dare you do
Part
that?
3. Wait a minute, that's for part 1.
See, because, like, you'll never look like me. You'll never be...
Where's part 1?
And that's the God's honest truth.
Part 2. Part 4. Was this...
How dare you do
Was
that?
this it? No. Right, I'm going to start at part 2. Oh, wait a minute, is that part 1?
And that's the God's honest truth.
I'll start at part 2.
You can have all the changes and all the fucking bleach and all the eyelashes and all the fucking filler in the world, but you are an evil bloke and you will always be that. That's the fucking truth.
Oh.
You've got no sense of style. Honey, nobody is wearing juicy tracksuits anymore. Nobody is rocking this. Okay, we weren't rocking that since 2003. Get a fucking style.
May I speak?
So we'll be fighting fire with fire. Yeah, but be careful you don't twist that because it's on green screen.
Yeah, that's cool. So, evil one. So obviously, 6 days, yet again, non-fucking stop. You don't shut the fuck up. You don't stop coming for Talia and for me. But now you've overstepped the mark. You've overstepped the mark, and you can sit there with your big hairy chin and your Mac 3 next to your bed, right? You know what I'm saying? You're looking like an absolute raving geese with a big chin on you, but you put all the fillers in and all the filters to make yourself out look something that you're not. Putting up businesses and lying and saying you got my mother's birth certificate and all these lies about my mum who's dead. Now you're putting it out anywhere to sink in low. Not only have you mocked our dead child and sang it from the high hills and said, played Boy Boy Baby and all this stuff, you continue to abuse and come after because you're so sick in the head and twisted because your mum has disowned you. Your brother don't disown you because he won't allow you to be around his children. Have you told your audience that, EQ? Have you told your audience you are not allowed around your brother's children? Back then I didn't know why when you used to say it, but now I know why. You did lie with his 14-year-old because Chester said it, his Sam said it, Bob's mother said it. You do groom kids, and the reason you had the full transition, the full transition, I 100% now know it's so you can groom and get away with it. That's exactly why. You're a broomer, okay? Now you've overstepped the mark now, sending the police round to a man who's nearly 70 yesterday, threatening him, saying he's in fear of his life and danger. You sick, twisted, vile creature of a cretin. So not only have you come from a dead mother and my family and then my kids, then you've come for our dead child, then you've come from an old man who's mourning a woman, and then people who support you. And then you want to say that I'm obsessed or I'm bullying. All I've ever done is try to defend more, to shut you the fuck up, but you continue to goad and badger and carry on. And then you think, continue to do, because what you want a massive reaction, don't you? Well, I'll be in the middle of the boy somewhere because you have now got serious issues with other people because you are sick. Not only serious issues, the people you've upset around the UK, mocking the big C in cancer, mocking people with disabilities, mocking people who are mentally disabled and handicapped. You're a sick, vile woman. And the reason you continue to talk, because you've absolutely been hurting your pockets massively. The only thing you care about, the way you speak to your mods, the way you speak to Eva Queen Mix. We've got all the videos. I will be exposing you again tonight on my account, the Rickster FYP. I will be speaking about your brother. I will be speaking about Sam and the 14-year-old you lay with for 2 weeks. And I'll be playing all the videos again to let everybody know that you are a child groomer, that you love children. You and your best friend, Danny Buckley, who was your best mate, you introduced to Sam. You introduced to Sam, who SA'd a small kid. And I've got the messages, which I will be showing tonight from Sam. I didn't want to, but I will be showing him tonight, that he contacted me first about you and your best mate.
Because he wanted a voice.
Because he wanted a voice. He wanted somebody to speak up because he was scared of you and the evil army. Shutting up a 14-year-old boy that you should never have contacted. You contacted him to shut him up and paid him off and put money in his bank to silence him. To silence him about the serious allegations that were made towards Danny for what he did to this little boy. You're as sick as him. How?
And that's the God's honest truth. You can have all the changes.
Yeah. You know what? I just feel that it's like where does it end? You know what I mean? I think, you know, with what EQ said. Sorry, I've got something on my shoulder. What EQ said, I just feel she went into detail. Do you know what I mean? I think there's a difference between calling someone a groomer and someone saying you essay your child, you get into, you know what I mean, with your bed with your child. I think they're two different things. Do you know what I mean? Must go lively energy. Agrees she was wrong for that. Yeah. I mean, why are we talking about kids? Remember, there was an exposure on EQ regarding the Sam and Danny situation. And now, you know, everyone's backtracked on it. So I don't even know what the truth is anymore, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? They went into detail. Yeah. I mean, it makes a difference when you go into detail. Do you know what I mean? Why are you going into detail, man? That's not okay. You know, what EQ said. Yeah, is it a reaction? Can we do a poll, guys? Oh, God, I can't believe I'm doing a poll on this. Oh, my God. Is EQ wrong for what she said, or do you justify what she said it being a reaction? Okay. So, happy face, yes, it is a reaction. Yeah, justified. Sad face, no, she went in the details there were not okay. So sad face, yes, sorry, happy face, yes, sad face, no. Yeah, well, there you go. The poll, there's the poll. There's a huge difference in my opinion. I'm not saying it's right to call anyone a groomer, but however, a lot of people are calling EQ a groomer with the exposure that have now backtracked on that. Okay? And there's to what EQ had said, and that is you get into bed with your own child. I think the detail was sick. You have not listened to the start. Well, I've gone from part 1 to, because I couldn't find part 1. Sorry about that. Hi, Rickstar.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, right. So, just a few things, Ange. Obviously, it's on the FYP. So you got to. So let me just.
Yeah, one thing. EQ Minx jumped in here, right, and it was because I played the videos of what she had said to you, EQ, but I hadn't played these ones, right? So I've played them, but I just feel there's a bit of a difference with what you said and what she said.
So let me just get back to your initial points, right? The voice notes that she's playing are 3 years ago. Covenant, this is 3 years old, is irrelevant, okay? She can never deny the fact I only met her twice. And at the end of the day, she was withholding money from me. So if I wasn't kind to her or, oh yeah, great, she weren't paying me my money. So as you know in the agreement, it was £250 a day. Sometimes she'd go 3 days without paying me. That's £750. So I had to say, all right, EQ, oh, yeah, gorgeous, how you doing today? Just to get my money. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And she states on the messages many times herself, I've never met anybody in Ricky's family or anything like that. But it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Hang on one second. Sorry, somebody just tried to call me. There's evidence of her grooming. And it isn't just coming, it's coming from Sam. It's coming from Bob's mum. It's coming from Bob. It's coming from Chester knowing about being an ex-mod. He heard Sam in the bedroom. Sam said it himself. CLA seen Bob in the bedroom at 14 with Evil Queen. CLA says it. Go and ask CLA. Go and ask Evil Chester. Sam himself have said it. Bob has said it. How much more evidence do people want to know that there's evidence of this woman grooming financially? I've got the proof of the grooming of financially. I've got evidence of her speaking to this young lad, 14, why obviously Danny Buckley was in custody. Right, she was literally on the phone to this 14-year-old. What's going on? I've got the messages what he sent me saying he's scared. She intimidating him by sending in them. She never contacted the mother. She never contacted the father. She contacted this young boy. Why? When her best friend was in custody. I've got evidence from Bradley, who was in a relationship for over a year, saying she paid this Sam off and the family to stop it going to court and carrying on. How much more evidence do you want to know? You've got Bradley saying it that she paid his Sam off. You've got Sam saying it as well about the SI. You've got Bob's mum saying it and Bob saying it also. You've got CLA seeing Bob in the bedroom at 14. You've got people seeing Bob because she went live and they're seeing him in the bed as well. How much more evidence does people want to know? This is not hearsay. This is evidence.
You know what, I feel that you
and not only that, look what she turned around and said about Miss Red's kids. Look what she turned around and said about Miss Red's grandchildren. Look what she said about my own daughter. Look what she said about Talia and her son. She's disgusting. That's her mentality. And it's not the first time. Anybody who supports this creature is wrong. She's not like us. Yeah, we have our ups and downs. We have our arguments. You know what I mean? We go chaos and all that. But what comes out of her mouth is pure sick. It's not. It's horrible. It's immorally incorrect. It's vile. We can all say what we've all said vile stuff on the app. Every one of us have said things, but we're not that low. We're not that sick in the mind. She is. And there's evidence to prove that she is what she is and what I said she is. And it's all over the app, and it's not from just my mouth. If it was just me saying it, by all means say, oh yeah. But when Bob's saying it, Sam's saying it, Chester's saying it, CLA's saying it, Bradley's saying it, how much more evidence do you want? Okay, yes, she should be in custody. 100% she should be behind bars. I know she should. Do you understand what I mean? But like Bradley said, this young lad was probably paid off. I've got the video. I can send it you across where she jumps in the box and says to Bob's mum, who Bob's 14 at the time, go and SA your son. If you have gone to the police, then show me the evidence of going to the police of what I've done. So it's not just Bob, it's Sam also. And then she speaks about Sam. Yes, I met Sam. Yes, I met him on a gaming platform. Yes, Sue went out to Blackpool with him and his family. The kid's fucking 14. She's nearly 40. What are you doing going out with a young lad? Is he your friend? Because that's what she said. He's my friend. He's 14. Bob's 14. You don't lie in bed with kids, not one kid, two kids. Ask Chester about Sam and then go and ask CLA about Bob. She lay with both the kids. So do not tell me that this woman's mentality, the reason she went live and played voice notes, which is irrelevant to me because I don't care, is to try and silence me. What? Cause a problem between me and Sam? No, it's all been done. She's played it all before. She's deflecting to stop me following up my live yesterday. That's what she tried to do. She don't want me talking about the evidence. And then she tried, oh, it's only Rickstaa saying it. No, loads of people are talking about you.
Yeah.
Chester,
I mean, I don't know what's true and what's
Sam.
not.
And so people, but it's not that. People need to listen to Sam. People need to listen to Bob. People need to listen to Bob's mum. People need to give Chester a platform to speak about the 14-year-old because she's silent for him as well. People need to let CLA talk on it because she's seen Bob in the bedroom. And CLA's already spoken about this. Why are people not seeing the evidence? What's out there? Let them talk. Let them have a voice. You don't need me to keep talking about it. Let them talk. Give them a platform, Ange. You've got the platform. Let CLA in the box. Let Chester in the box. Bring Sam back out. Let him tell.
Jump in my box. You know, anyone's welcome in here.
You know what I mean? This is wrong. If that was a man, he would be hung, drawn, and quartered. And it would, because it's Evil Queen and she's got this massive platform on here and people are scared. Nobody gives these people a voice. They're scared of exactly what the likes of her and her cronies will do. They'll phone up your works. They'll phone up your place. They'll go to your partner. You know what I mean? The contact. They do everything to try and bring you down. So people are naturally scared. The only people who are giving her the time of day are her supporters, her gifters, because they think, oh, what? EQ's famous. She's going to give me a platform. Gifts. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they give her the time. They're scared of what her evil army will do. You don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. You say what you want about me. I don't give a shit. But when you're coming from a kid, you're coming from Tally's kids, you're coming from Miss Red's grandchildren and all the other sick stuff. Enough's enough. But it's about the other kids. I'll try to be a voice for this kid, regardless if people hate me and say, oh, you just don't like Evil Queen. I can't stand Evil Queen. She's vile. But also, if I'm getting sent the stuff, I am going to air it because it's to do with kids. And she's a major, major creator on this app. You know what I mean? And look, Jimmy Savile, I don't care, Rolf. They got away with it for long enough. Because it's TikTok and because she's had the cross change, it's okay. No, it's not okay. No, it's not.
Yeah. You know what, Rick, I was just saying, you know, because I have to be careful as a host, you know what I mean? I
Of course, I understand that.
I just don't feel people should be running with, because, you know, I know you're saying it's not hearsay, but it is hearsay to me. I've not heard any of this, do you know what I mean? And I just don't want people running with such a severe accusation that can be damaging towards EQ or other people. However, I don't feel she should have said what she said about your kids, because I thought that was crossing the line, absolutely, you know, and you know, it doesn't help her situation when people are calling her these names because of that exposure and all that someone had done on her. It doesn't help her, people calling her that name, those names, her saying what she's saying. It's not helping her case. I think she's her own worst enemy. Do you know what I mean?
But do you know what, Andrew? But it's not hearsay. It's not, Andrew, it's not hearsay. It's not hearsay. It's like a Russell Brand. The victims have come forward, Angie. It's like a Russell Brand scenario. Bradley's come forward and told you the reason why she hasn't been incarcerated or arrested yet, because she paid Sam off. I 100% believe that's true. Bradley is not going to lie. He's one of the kids who, and let's be honest, he was also groomed. He was groomed as a man. You know what I mean? His mother just passed away. He was 21 years of age, and he was with a woman who's touching 40. And not only that, there was DV towards him and an awful lot more. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's out there. It's in the public domain for you to see. That's it. Yeah. It's not, I mean, so he was vulnerable. She manipulated him. She likes the vulnerable. And I've also put out there, which I've got, which she never asked for the evidence, of her public platform, of her playing Fortnite with these young people. I can prove she's with young kids. And she's putting her OnlyFans stuff on the app with this kids stuff. She's interacting with children, putting her OF stuff on there and putting it together with her Fortnite videos. It's sick. It's sick.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. And like I said, I don't agree with what she said about your kids either, because, you know, she is her own worst enemy. You know, people are calling her these names because of what she's saying about children.
It's not only that, saying that about Talia being in bed with a kid and me being in bed with my daughter and me stretched grandchildren, it proves where her mentality's at as a person, where her mindset at. Look, no matter what people say, you know, in the chat, everyone will agree. Right, their mindsets are not like that. I don't think anybody in this chat would agree with that. Course,
I mean, I have dark humour, shit, man, but I've never.
Yeah, but you're not sick. You ain't got
children in a sexual way.
You ain't got that's a peddler instinct. That's an instinct coming out of your mouth. That's sick. You don't do that. Do you understand what I mean? Lying with children, saying she's going to put posters up about people calling them a peddler, and I've got other videos of her where she's talking about kids as well. It isn't the first time. It's a trait. But like I said, her victims have come forward. Her victims have. Speak to Chester, speak to CLA, speak to Bradley, speak to Sam, speak to Bob, speak to Bob's mum, speak to them all. Victims have come forward, and Bradley said Sam was paid off. And I agree with that. I'm only showing what's out here in the public platform, in the public domain. That's all I'm playing. I'm not making up rumours. I'm not saying this and that. I'm not doing hearsay. I am showing what these victims and what these people have saying, who've obviously lived and breathed with Evil Queen. Look, Chester was a mod for 4 years. They called him Evil Chester. Regardless of that, he has got a small platform, but he told you that. She lay with Sam. Do you understand? Thank you, Faye. So I'm not, look, regardless of what you think of me, I don't care about me. She can say what she wants about me. I don't give a fuck. But please, guys, go and look at the victims. Go and search for Bob. Go search for Bob's mum. Go and call out to Sam. Speak to Evil Chester. Speak to CLA. Please go and see them. All right, that's it. I'm happy not to speak about the situation, but if everybody goes and for the victim, speak to Bradley. Do you understand what I mean? It's not about me. I don't care about me. I care about Talia. I care about her kids. I care about my kids. I care about Miss Shred and what she said about her. Of course I do. But I don't give a shit about what she says about me.
Could these people be, you know, making up though because of a dislike for the EQ?
No.
Or do you really believe them? No, it's just a question for anyone that might be, having doubts. Do you actually believe what they're saying?
Listen, I know, right, which off the app, right, between us, and I'm not going to lie, there's a police investigation. There's a police investigation. All right, that's the first thing. Number one, I got the messages from Sam. I've got the proof of Danny Buckley and Sam and the voice notes. I've even got the messages from her in Miss Red's box when she's speaking about Bob and this young lad and the mum going to the police. I've got it. I can send it you across. She mentions it herself. I've also got video of her mentioning Sam, meeting him on the platform. I have got videos of her in this box with this young boy playing a game, saying to this young boy, I've just been accused of being a brass. To a 14-year-old child, what are you having that conversation with a kid anyway, and what are you doing going to Blackpool with him? That's the starters. And not only that, when Chester, if one said it, and not a problem, yeah, you can, okay, we can brush. If Rickster said it, forget it, it's not true. And then Chester said it, okay, not Chester. But when Bradley says it, Sam says it, Bob said it, the mum said it, CLA seen him in bed with Bob, come on, Ange, not everybody's lying. Do you understand what I mean? She's trying to silence people, she's done it for long.
When you said CLA saw what?
CLA saw this Bob at her flat when she was sectioned, right? And when she came out, this young kid who was 14 was in CLA's flat. And she goes, "Who is this Bob?" He was 14 years of age. He was, and not only that, he was on camera in the bed, and she flipped it over to the camera. People seen it. I can send you the screenshots of when she went live, and all the comments are saying, "What about Bob in the bed? What about Bob? We've seen Bob in the bed." So I've got all the proof of that as well. I can send you that across. I'm not going to say if it isn't true. It's there. It's real. It happened.
Yeah.
And CLA seen
I don't
this
want to
kid.
see anything.
No, it's none of that. It's none of that. It was witnessed by people. I'm just saying.
No, if it's anything that, you know what I mean.
Like I said, look, this is more about the victims. It ain't about me. Right, it ain't about me. It's about the victims, and it's about people coming forward. And I don't care either Queen, if I don't like her or not. We can argue to a blue in the face. I don't give a shit about me and her. But what I do care about is people wanting a voice. And if you have done this kind of stuff, which I know that you have, then you know what I mean. You need to be in custody. We need to get to the bottom of why Sam was paid. And Bradley needs to talk on this. Chester needs to speak about this kid being in the bed. CLA needs to mention, obviously, Bob being in the house. I think people need to come together and speak about it. It's enough now. And call her out for what she is.
To be fair, because, you know, because this could be something like this is damaging towards anybody, right? So people really, if that is the case, no, I don't know, but they should really, to safeguard children, right? And
yeah, I couldn't 100%. And not only that, Ange, you're not stupid. I know all these people in the chat. Why isn't all these messages been played before about me? Not that you're thinking, what, you try to silence me? It's because I told everyone I was doing this exposure. And again, I told everyone because I had new evidence, and I was going to show the Sam stuff of him contacting me, because she said, Rickstaa contacted Sam, which wasn't the case. And I proved last night Sam reached out to me. Do you understand? He's now 17. He was 14 at the time. So that's what all she tried to do, was play them to deflect. Oh, I was with Rickstaa. Oh, no, I met you twice. Oh, it wasn't no business relationship. Well, I've got the messages stating different.
that was investigated, right, by the police, the same situation. So that's already been done, though, hasn't it?
Sam was investigated by the police, right? I've got the messages where there was a hickey on his neck, and obviously I've got the messages, the WhatsApp messages from Danny, where he's calling his 14-year-old child babe. He's calling him babe. You don't call a 14-year-old babe. And then Bradley saying he was paid off. And today's society as well, you know how hard it is to get in front of the court or investigation. It takes a long time, especially with the immigration. There's obviously
unfortunately, because
the numbers are through the roof. Now, if Sam, Chester, Bradley, Bob's mother, and they all come together and put it together and think, I guarantee that, I mean, there will be charges. I 100% believe that.
Yeah, like but I said, they would only be charged someone with evidence.
And there's evidence, and like I said, there's evidence there through victim statements and victim reports. Like I said, there's victims there. Like I said, you haven't seen all the evidence that I've seen. It's out there. Like I said to you, Chester, CLA, Bradley, Bob's mum, Sam, they're all talking. They've all had a voice, but they've been closed down. They've been shut up. And one thing Eva Queen's good at, and you know is silencing people. That's what her people are. They're scared of what she does in the background, contacting works, contacting partners. This is what she does. She scares people. I don't give a fuck. There's a difference, Ange. Yeah. I don't care.
I know what you're saying, Mister, and I do get it. But the only thing is, as a host, I just can't run with hearsay, because it can be damaging to someone. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I turned around and said, "What you've got to just like you." Sorry.
I should run with that without any evidence, because I think something
like the man has said,
I'll just go to the police and let the police investigate. Do you know what I mean? If there's any truth.
Like I said, I'm playing everything that's on the public platform, everything that's on the media. It's all there for you to see. Right. So everything I play, you know what I mean, I can send you so everybody can see, which I've already played a couple of occasions now. So I'm saying it's all in the public domain, just like you're playing this stuff now. The FYP, it's on the FYP. It's there for you to see, but it's putting it all together and understanding it. And then when you understand it, you're going to be like, oh, wow, now that makes sense. But you haven't studied it, and so...
No, I haven't. No, I haven't really looked into it, to be honest with you. I mean, not what you've got, no. Just put people on this pineapple. I can't get you in pineapple for some reason. Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. I've just got a question for Rick, if he doesn't mind me asking. Rick, did you know all of this since you were friendly with her on talking terms, or did you know this at the time but couldn't speak?
I never knew until after. Obviously, some people know this and backtrack for some reason. I don't understand why Corey's backtracked. I really, really don't.
Right.
I don't understand. So I know if I knew what I knew now, so I've said I'd only ever met EQ twice. She could only ever show 2 photos, but I never got all this until after. Like the Danny Buckley scenario, when I heard that, I was like, wow. And then she said, oh, I'm not speaking to her. Next thing you know, she's in videos with the guy. And
sorry, rickstaa. If anyone with the name Evil in it, they can get in the box, absolutely.
So if you had known this, Rick, would that have made your decision to meet her, know her, all of that? Would that have changed your opinion at the time?
Of course, I think it would have stopped anybody's opinion. To be fair, anybody, come on, Miss Pineapple, if that would have been you or anybody else.
Oh God, yeah, I'm just asking.
You wouldn't speak to her.
No, do you know what, Rick? I'm just asking the questions that the comments are asking. That's all.
I'm not being rude because I've got to keep it short and sweet because I've literally got to drive somewhere now. But I'm saying what she's done as well because I don't really care what people say about me. I'm a creator. I'm on the app all the time, so they can say. But when it comes to kids and that's a different level. What she said about Talia's kid and my daughter and Miss Red is just pure sick. You know, I play stuff that's out there in the public domain for everyone to see. I've already told you that the evidence is there for you to see if you want it, and I'll send it you across. It's been played by Corey too. I don't understand why Corey's backtrack. I'm shocked, but it is what it is. All right. But listen, Ange, I'll speak to you later on. I'll speak to you all later on. Thank you for having me in the box. Right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.
And what do you think? Based on what you've on what you know, not what you don't know, what do you think?
Well, I'm not going to backtrack on what I said, which was there wasn't enough evidence to convict to make such an accusation. But however, rickstaa is saying there's other people that are saying it. But that's all hearsay. They're going to have to go by. They'll go by evidence in it, really. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I just feel that if there was any truth in that, then people should have gone to the police.
I'm with you, and I think, well, how long is this going to keep going on? Like,
I just feel like it's not going to end well. You know what I mean? It's not going to end well, is it? Because I know EQ is going to have something to say tonight, and then Rick's is going to say. I just don't see it ending well.
No, I feel like we've already been here 7 times already. It's like a vicious thingy. It gets done, and then it gets on a break for a bit, and then it starts up again. Either go to the authorities and get something done, or kind of just leave each other alone. It's difficult, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Tom. Oh, sorry, Fur. Is it Fur Baby? Hello. Oh, is Tom here?
That Fur Mama was just talking, and I don't know why she's muted.
Oh, was it Fur Mama?
Yeah, she was talking to you, yeah.
yeah. And I want to say, you know how you said you don't believe anyone without receipts? Court Assassin is saying she's got receipts of her GRAPE and that she wants an apology from you. So,
yeah. Well, hello, Tom.
One thing at a time? One thing at a time?
no comment.
Hello.
Hiya. This is my first time on. I've not been live. This is my first time on, but there's always 3 sides to a story. I think that there's, you know what I mean, her side, his side, and the truth.
Guys, I'm not getting involved. Listen, I just do the FYP.
It's not worth it, Angie. It's not worth it. So you carry on doing you. You're amazing. You are.
Yeah. I just don't, because I'm just going to be careful what I say, and because I am a host, and that's my responsibility is to not be making false accusations, running with things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do well, Angie. You really do. So keep doing what you're doing, and I'll always keep watching you. Thank you for letting me in the box.
Thank you.
I'm sorry it's my first time and a bit thingy, but I'll join again one day when I get my confidence. Just building it up. I've got a sort of story to tell myself.
Yeah, and in regards to the court process, and AJ made that accusation, not me. I just chose to believe him. And sometimes it's just one of those things where you do go on hearsay and who you believe really, because you're not going to have evidence with that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She said she's got it. Well, that's for her to tell AJ about, because he's the one that made that accusation.
That's it. Just keep doing you, and Keep doing you. You're amazing. And thank you for keep going live and giving me a purpose to carry on, because you really do.
Should we continue playing these videos, though? Because they've got 3 more videos. I've got like this.
Yeah. I'm just
as well. Yeah. And because I don't want it to be like I'm biased or in any way, and I'm one-sided. So I'll play any videos that you send me, guys. Okay.
Where do you want them sent, Ange?
To Delusive Angie 25, please. So we've got.
Oh, Angie, sorry, really quickly. Evil Iron Brew is asking for the box.
Yeah. Okay. 1 sec. Give me a sec. Where's part 3? Bloody hell.
And that's the good honest truth.
I've got part 2.
See, because like you're never.
Give me a sec. I'm looking for part 3.
How dare you do that?
Here's part 3. Who wants the box? Evil.
Apparently, Evil Iron Brew. I don't know if that's true. You did say if any of them wanted to come up, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Hello, I just wanted to... Hi, Angie. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say that we have actually been to the police. People saying, well, if it's true, why didn't you go to police? We've reopened all of this, amongst many things. So just to be clear, but I'll tell you who hasn't been to the police.
The other people, like if they've seen
Yeah,
it.
it's not saying that it's not true. It's just that why haven't these people gone to the police rather than
they've all been to the
resurfacing?
police. Everybody's writing statements. It's been reopened. We've assisted in that, and also I have my own case going on as well as many others. So
I can confirm that Talia does have a police case.
It is ongoing. But you know who doesn't have a police case for her, years of abuse and 20 grand stolen from her is EQ. EQ, why doesn't she go to the police if all this is true?
She did say that she hasn't gone to the police.
She's not been to the police. I would. If somebody stole 20 grand off me and abused me for 3 years, I'd be at the police station right away. Why is that not happening? Why does she prefer to sit on TikTok and talk about it if he's such a horrible man?
Basically, Talia, she said last night she hasn't gone to the police, and the reason why is because she don't feel people are going to believe her. They're going to believe.
No, that's ridiculous. Well, then there you go. Like, people didn't believe Sam. She's just answered her own question, hasn't she? But yeah, I'm not getting into this. Like, it is what it is.
One question I don't understand though, Talia, with EQ, right? She said she hasn't gone to the police because of not being believed by the police, but yet she's put it all out on social media for people to believe.
Well, there you go. She's just shot herself in the foot, because what she's done is now slander, where there is an open investigation about Sam.
Put it out on social media then, and
You don't think it's quite sad that you're both in a relationship and all you build on your platform is talking about EQ?
No, I'm actually a singer. I've always had a platform. I'm actually a singer. I've always had a platform. But when I got with Ricky, she came for us hard. She started to inbox me. She started to say all these things about Ricky. And I think everyone here, whether you like me or not,
the name Blessed Talia, I think you really need to go and have a word with yourself.
Okay. Everyone here will agree that she has for years accused Ricky of abusing her, that he stole money from her. There's only so long that can go on for. She's never ever stopped doing that. Now he's hitting back hard. She's coming back even harder. Yesterday, she was going to air his mum's death certificate. Yesterday, she said that I got into bed with my children and essayed them. This is not.
Can I ask you a question though? When is it all going to stop though? I'm not talking from you or Rickstaa, but when do you think this is all going to just?
When the police catch up with her, because there is a warrant out for her arrest at the moment. And if you don't believe me, get her to phone Merseyside Police in front of everyone and ask. Because there is a warrant, and when she gets arrested, hopefully it will stop then.
But Talia, when all this started, it was when you phoned her cousin, so that's when all this started.
No, her cousin phoned me. I think you need to go back and look at that. Her cousin I've known for years.
No, Kim, the cousin phoned Talia.
And recorded my phone call.
The call got played. Whether I personally don't think that should have happened, but yeah, that's what actually happened, Kim.
That should have happened, but I believe that's where it's all started from.
Yeah, so that's not me, is it? That's her doing that to me. I was 7 weeks. I was 7 weeks pregnant, and they set me up and aired a very personal phone call to everyone to hear of me crying, and I was 7 weeks pregnant. It was very, very distressing.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing, Talia? Right, at some point, sorry, who, Kim, is that was you talking?
Sorry.
The thing is, right, is the more that people talk, you know this anyway, Talia, because you're not stupid, but the more that you talk about somebody, the more they're going to come back. Then you're just going to keep on and keep on and keep on.
Oh,
and I know it's so hard to just like bite the tongue and just let it go, because once you let it go for a few weeks and then it stops, it starts back up again. But somebody at some point is going to have to give and just stop it. And I don't know who that is or how that's
I don't know either, because while people are saying that I SA my children, it's not going to stop, is it? Like, how do you ignore something like that? She started off with the bye-bye baby and singing about my dead baby.
No, that was definitely wrong, Talia.
There are many people, me and Andrew are a perfect example, that can have a row on this app and it ends, you know? But she's vicious.
Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong.
It was wrong. Has everyone forgot that? How many people who had lost children or had miscarriages or had an abortion that triggered? And it's like we've swept it all under the carpet and we forgot that she's done that. Yeah. So we just, you know, she gets away with everything. So why should she keep it?
Natalia, hold on a wee minute. Angie continuously did it, and you are okay with her?
No, she done
Eva Queen did it once, twice. So she did, and never spoke on it again, so she didn't.
But Doggy Mama, we put it to bed, me and Talia, right? And we were going to talk on each other, and I decided to message Talia. I messaged her, apologise to people on TikTok. I've done all that, and I've continued, you know, speaking to Talia, and I've apologised many times to her.
She has.
Yeah, but the thing is, Angie, they are blaming Evil Queen for the miscarriage. It wasn't her fault, Talia.
Who?
So it wasn't. You can't go around blaming people for a miscarriage.
I believe
anyone would have had the same reaction.
You can't tell me what caused my stress. That phone call that she aired distressed me so much. It upset my mum.
You have a condition. You have a condition that can cause you a miscarriage.
Sorry?
I don't know the name of it, but there is some condition that you have.
How do you know what caused my miscarriage?
How is it people know more?
Sorry, I don't want to talk about my miscarriage anymore. And please
you're the one that brought it up.
My baby. Please, like, I would really respect you.
You brought it up.
Hey guys, can we keep to the topic? And that's the topic.
Angie,
can you let Black Pope in, Angie?
Well, I'll drop if he comes in because he's absolutely vile.
Just like you, Talia, and your wig-wearing boyfriend.
And my what?
Your wig-wearing boyfriend, you transphobes.
I'm not sure. My best friend's a trans. My best friend Dimitri is trans.
I'd love them to hear what you said.
I don't believe anyone that presents
as disgusting. There's nothing godly about you.
The Bible doesn't actually support that, so let's start there. And secondly, anyone that lives their life as a woman would never mock baby loss. There you go. So I will not accept it. There are beautiful trans women on this app that I absolutely adore. Miss Faye, Mama Kaz, Dimitri, best friends for life. I love them dearly. But that is not a maternal woman with any compassion in this world. You would never mock a dead baby, ever. No woman would ever do that. So no, I won't accept it.
But also, Ritza shouldn't have called Evil Queen a bloke.
Why?
Because she's not.
But if they're his views, if he doesn't choose to believe her way of life, that's his opinion. You can't change that.
So we can't change it.
You know what? Can I quickly say something, Talia? I think people are missing the point, though, okay? Yeah, this shouldn't have said, that shouldn't have said. There's many things that shouldn't have been said. But the point is, no one should be talking on children. That's what we're missing. You're missing the point here, guys. That's the main thing that's happened, is no one should be talking on children in a sexual way.
No,
it's disgusting. And only people with that mentality. You've heard her before say to Bob's mum, go and do this to your son. Nobody talks like that. No normal person talks like that. To say that I get into bed with my children and I touch them, who the hell talks like that?
I mean,
I moved in Ricky so he could touch my kids too. It's vile. I'm sorry. And Angie said what she said about the miscarriage, but we've sorted it out. And let's not forget, sometimes Angie isn't of sound of mind when she drinks. EQ is 100% of Sound and Mind every single
What I also did, guys, I messaged Talia and then she messaged back and we started messaging. I didn't need to do that. I didn't do it because I thought she was going to come. We'd ended it. We'd ended the argument. But I started thinking and I just thought, you know what? I shouldn't have said what I said. I thought about what I went through, which is very different. But however, the grief, you know, and everything else. And I just feel I listened to the wrong person, you know?
I mean, I was abused as a child, so and it haunts me to this day now. So
how do you feel about EQ openly on this app saying that I get into bed with my children? How does that make you feel as someone that's had that happen to them?
It makes my skin crawl.
Okay, so it's triggered you, like the miscarriage. She triggered everyone else. Now she's triggering victims of abuse. It's not right. Normal people don't say these things. You call each other names. You have a bit of a row. Turn up on people's doorsteps, but you don't sink below the belt. People have talked about Angie's dad. It's low. People should not be going there. It's vile.
Talia, did you hear what your boyfriend said to her yesterday?
What, when she said she was going to put his dead mum's death certificate on the internet?
Listen, just 1 minute. Honest to God, just 1 minute. Did you hear the abusive, narcissistic behaviour that came out of your fella, which is going to come to you, by the way?
It's in retaliation. He doesn't start up for no reason.
It's not in retaliation.
But do you know why he said that?
He actually didn't have a relationship. So what's he retaliating against?
She's always had a boyfriend. After she's had a boyfriend and she breaks up, rickstaa starts every time.
Can I ask you a question, Chad? Talia never said anything. If that was rickstaa, that wasn't Talia. So why is EQ going in on Talia?
She comes for me. She doesn't go for.
She talks about Talia's child.
Did you listen to yesterday morning's rant, evangelical rant from them two in bed yesterday?
Look, she was showing Ricky's mum's death certificate. That's disgusting.
Not a death certificate. She was going to get a birth certificate to try to see what date.
But his mum is dead. His mum is dead. How dare she do that?
Because it was the birth certificate.
That's not right. Firstly, it's illegal.
What you do? Just shout at her.
It's illegal.
I'm not shouting.
No,
why
because
can't you stay calm?
You're not talking sense. It's illegal, firstly, to go and get anybody's death or birth certificate. And secondly, his mother's dead. Why would you do that? Here we are again, talking about things that shouldn't be said, shouldn't be done. It's below the belt. His mother is dead. Why would you do that? And of course he's going to be triggered. It's not right. Of course.
Talia, did you hear yourself yesterday morning, or am I in a different zone?
Well, you think? I mean, but this.
Did you hear what you said about her?
I don't care what I said. I don't care. When you threaten to get his mother's certificate,
you to say whatever you want, but she can't.
If she puts his mother's certificate online, then she will get it both barrels. And you can't say that you would. So what would you
do?
You
put an old dead.
You cannot do what you've done.
Yes,
and expect
you threaten to put his mother's certificate online. You will get
and
it.
Your boyfriend put named passport on.
We'll just ignore what you said, shall we?
Talking at once.
We would never have gone live if that hadn't have been. Like, I don't know why she did that. We hadn't spoke about her for 3 days. I don't know why she did that with the birth certificate and all that. I don't know why. But at the end of the day, it's very triggering. You can't expect people to not retaliate.
Is it okay to say someone's transitioned so they can be a paedophile?
If that's what he believes, then that's what he believes.
No, it's not. It's illegal.
Is it okay to say I killed my own baby and she's glad it's dead and we're Fred and Rose West and we kill children? Is that okay?
It's retaliation, your boyfriend.
Oh, rubbish. I never did anything to her for her to sing Bye My Baby to my child.
Just tell me when I can...
I just feel like it's, it's getting a bit out of hand now. So
I never did anything to deserve her dancing with baby rattles saying she's glad my baby's dead. I didn't do anything to deserve that, and neither did Ricky. Nothing low enough has been said for her to do that. I'm sorry, it's not okay.
Saying that I did it. Yes, I did, and I came and I apologise, and me and Talia spoke as adults. Right?
He's never apologised for it.
I can't take the change the clock.
And Angie wouldn't have done it if she hadn't have done it anyway. She brought that song up. Now nobody can play that song because now we all think of miscarriage.
I can't listen
There's no evils in the box. The reason I kick people is because people are talking over each other, and I don't like one person being attacked. I don't think that's fair. But if the evils want to get into the box, as long as you don't talk over each other and go on the attack, okay? I don't want it to look like it's a hate live on one person.
There is a massive back and forth, and I don't know where it's going to end, and it is getting out of hand. But the police are involved now, and I'm hoping this will end it. But I really love the trans community. There is no hate at all. I love you all. I was raised by drag queens. I absolutely love the LGBT community. I just don't like her, and there is nothing womanly about her, and I will never believe there is.
Guys, evils in the box, so you know. So please stop saying that in the comments.
Anyway, it's a lovely sunny day outside, and we've got to go out. So, like I turned around and said, I don't care what's said about me. I really, really don't. Me and Talia have been together a year. Before that, I've always been in long-term relationships, just like Talia has. EQ's never in a relationship. How many different men has she had over the last how many years? Do you understand what I mean? Like I said, I only ever met her twice. This is always down to jealousy and bitterness towards Talia. I've started from day dot. I was getting paid my money daily, and sometimes she'd go days without paying me my money because my gifters were gifting her. That's the reason why I was so nice. Did I want to be nice to Evil Queen? Never in a million years. I didn't like her. I detested the thing. But I had to pretend it was an act. It was for TikTok, no matter what. End of story. Now, any person who wants to defend her, look at the evidence, what's out there for her being a broomer, exactly what she is. Go and have a look at it. Don't come for your hate for me, because I don't care what you say about me. TikTok, as soon as this button gets turned off and I will end TikTok, I'm going out to have an absolutely amazing day with my girlfriend.
I am an evil.
That's it, so I don't care. But what it is, hang on a minute, please. The evidence is out there for you to see that EQ is a broomer. Not only that, go for the witnesses. Chester, Bradley, CLA, Bob's mum, Sam. There's multiple witnesses. No, listen, there's multiple witnesses. Anybody else?
Can I ask you a question, Rickstaa? Do you think that maybe if you just stopped calling her Kruma, she'll stop her reactions?
Listen, she's always spoke about me and Talia for years. I mean, I went months without being on the platform, months doing my own thing, and she still spoke about me on a daily basis.
Yeah, she did.
All the time speaking about me. And then all of a sudden, because she couldn't get to me, because I didn't care anymore, because she said the worst about me, the worst of the worst, this is why it don't bother me anymore, she then went for Talia. Just like she went for Rosie, just like she went for Jack, just like she goes for Bradley. Does everyone forget what she done to Bradley, where she beat him up and what she done him? She says stuff about me, but
what she did to Rosie as well. Yeah, that was terrible.
Listen, I called Evil Queen out for this. I've got a DBS check which has been passed, so I can now work with vulnerable adults and children. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I've never been convicted of hurting any person in the world. So I've had a fight when I was 17. That's about it. But I haven't. Can she pass a DBS check? Because I put mine on TikTok. I don't care. She cannot do that. I very much doubt she can. So let's compare DBS checks to work with vulnerable adults. So there's the first thing. Have I said things on TikTok in anger and frustration? Yeah, I have. Mainly down to her for all the lies she told about me. People jumping in the box and threatening me and calling stuff about my mother and sending on police. Do you know she sent police around to my house Saturday with an old man who's nearly 70 grieving over my mum? Did you know she'd done that?
Yeah, she did.
He had an heart attack.
That was definitely her, was it?
100%. The police phoned me up Saturday. I've got proof of that. Angela can send it you across.
Well, we need to see the proof that it was definitely EQ, because I think you're doing a lot of talking.
Well, they turned around and said it was the
let
lady.
somebody else talk. Let somebody else talk.
The police would not. The police would not give you a name who did that, so you can't say that.
They turned around and said there's an investigation on someone, right? Not saying too much more, and it was from Wigan. It was from Wigan, right? I know it was her. It was no one but her. Nobody else would do that.
Well, get the evidence to prove it.
Yeah. Well, I've got a turn around and said I've got the call.
Who else is going to do it from Wigan?
Well, you cannot just speak on someone without evidence. Let's be honest. It's bullshit.
Well, listen, it's 100% her, no matter what you think and say. If you want to support that,
you need proof for that, Rickstaa.
But anyway, all right, then let me say one thing. Let me say one thing to you. Let me say this because I'll leave the box. I'll leave you all to chat it out, right? If your child, right, went to EQ's, right, and her best friend then SA'd the child, right, and then you found out that she should be putting money in his bank account, right, and then she lay with him in the bedroom for a week, And then she went with another kid called Bob, and we've seen in bed, and all these witnesses was coming out. Would you have anything to do with her if it was your child? Yes or no? That's all I want.
And how about if anybody else brought it to the app, you'd believe, but because Ricky's the only one that's going to talk about it, because even Ange, you're saying, I'm not touching this, there's no evidence, and rightly so, but he's the only one that will talk about it. But because it's him, no one will believe it. But if somebody else had brought this to the app, you'd all be outraged.
Before people turn around and say this and that, the evidence is there for you to see. Stop. The evidence is there. You cannot deny the factual evidence.
He's never played these voice notes.
He's not there. Ignoring that.
Listen, there's a reason.
Ignoring the evidence about you last night.
Can you stop talking over each other?
Why has she never played that before? Why is she doing it now? Why is she turning on me and Ricky now? Why now? She's had 3 years to do it.
The difference is about
trying to silence us.
Keep fetching her up.
Let me have a brainwave of a guess. Because you keep calling her a groomer.
He is.
She is.
That's my opinion. I've got the evidence for that. I've got the proof of that. I've proved it.
Are you mad?
Yeah, but
do you know how well
the proof Rickstar, because if there's a police case, let the police deal with it.
Do you know if you're interfering with witnesses as well? Interfere with a 14-year-old witness, which I've got evidence of. I play the voice notes, right? That is also interfering with witnesses. That's grooming. And not only when you're putting money into a child's bank account, which I've got proof of as well. That's financial. No, she's obsessed with us. It's her. The only reason she played in voice notes is that there's nothing on my voice notes.
Pamper, do you have children?
Right.
Would you?
Can I ask a question, Ange?
I've got children.
Can I ask a question?
Children.
And would you let a 40-year-old woman put money into a child's bank account?
And it's every time that she splits up with somebody.
It's like you're all.
Can I ask a question?
You can't see. You can't see that she's playing us every night.
Because it definitely isn't EQ. EQ doesn't need you.
So
you
why
need
does she,
her.
why does she go live and talk about us every day?
Why are you talking on a mouth?
Because we would never mention her.
Kids. What she turned. So what she said. Hang on. So you're in support.
Oh my God!
No, you're in support.
Later.
There you go. You're in support.
One sec. You're asking questions and not letting someone reply.
You're in support of a lady, right? Of a lady who literally put things out there, calling her a pedlo. She's going to put posters up about it. So you're in support of that. That's the first. You're also in support. Let everybody know. So her is in support that she turned around and says Talia touches her own son. She's in support of that. She's also in support. Says I lay with my own daughter who's 5. She's in support of that. She's also in support of all the witnesses commenting. So you're in support of pedophilia. That's exactly what you're in support of. You cannot speak to me anymore. You support pedlo.
You're not going to be able to bully me and not.
EQ is a child groomer. End of story. The evidence is there. I don't care about me.
You are a narcissist.
Oh, I'm a narcissist. I don't think so. I'm a truth talker. I stand for what's right. I protect children. I protect children. And I will continue to protect the children.
And the only reason you're talking
I will be these children's voices. There's no other creator
for money.
About it.
Hang on.
Justice for kids. Justice for kids. Justice for kids.
Oh, shut up. You can't even see.
We're actually going to see him today, actually. We're going to post all the photos. So there you go. You're wrong again. Wrong again. You don't know anything. You're going to look so silly when it all comes out, because the police it's all happening. So when it's ended, you are going to regret these words, and we'll screen record it and we'll post it, and we'll remember that at this time you supported that.
But I think you're both wrong. I think all of this shouldn't have really happened, and it's like TikTok. It's an app. It's not real life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
All of you are bringing into real life. Do you know what I mean? If the police are dealing with it, you shouldn't be talking on it, because it could finger the case. So just let them do it. Let them do
the things that are with the police we have not mentioned at all. None of you know. So you know the gist of it, but there's a lot of evidence and a lot of things that you lot don't know, which we won't air on here. It's too delicate.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think you should just leave it and go let the police deal with what they're doing, and then if we get a conviction, that's when we all believe it.
Yeah. No, I agree, Kim. I agree.
Yes.
The back and forth is very, very hard because we're all on the app, and I can't have somebody say that I lie in bed with my children. I can't have it. I'm not going to sit back and allow that when these massive allegations are already out there about person. 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 Person.
person, 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 person,
person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, person, allegations are already out there about this person, 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 person. Allegations are already out there about this person. 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 person, 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 person,
Cid, kalau Cidnya biasa pakai size berapa kau Cid?